Metal Gear Solid 5: The Phantom Pain is an open-world action-adventure stealth game developed by Kojima Productions and published by Konami. It was released in September 2015. This game runs on the Fox engine. The game is set in 1984, 9 years after the events of Ground Zeroes and 11 years before the events of the original Metal Gear. In this game, you play as punished Venom Snake as he ventures into Soviet-occupied Afghanistan and the Angola-Zaire border region to exact revenge on the people who destroyed his forces, came close to killing him during the climax of Ground Zeroes. We all love Hideo Kojima, and this is a must-play game from Hideo Kojima.
This is really not good.
Number 7 on my list is Uncharted 4: A Thief's End. It's a 2016 action-adventure game developed by Naughty Dog and published by Sony Computer Entertainment. In Uncharted 4, players control Nathan Drake, a former treasure hunter who is forced out of retirement by his estranged brother Samuel. A Thief's End is played from a third-person perspective. Players use firearms, melee, combat, and stealth to fight their way through the game and also against hostile enemies. The Drakes alongside Wraith infiltrate a Panamanian jail to assess the former cell of Avery's first mate, where Nathan discovers a holocent Disman's idol. From there, the adventure begins. This is a must-play game from Naughty Dog, and I urge everyone to get a copy. It's never too late. Yeah, so that's my number 7 on the list. Number 6 on my list is Horizon Zero Dawn. Horizon Zero Dawn is an action-adventure role-playing game developed by Guerrilla Games and published by Sony Interactive Entertainment. The game was released in 28 February 2017. Horizon Zero Dawn is Guerrilla Games' first intellectual property since Killzone in 2004. The story is set in the 31st century in a world where humans live in scattered tribal-like populations with limited access to technology. Large robotic creatures dominate the earth until a phenomenon called derangement causes machines to be more aggressive against humans. You control Aloy in the game and you used technically improvised weapons by Aloy to defeat these machines that are dominating the earth. The game won numerous awards and sold over 10 million copies by February 2019, making it one of the best-selling PlayStation 4 games. An expansion, The Frozen Wilds, was released in November 2017. A sequel, Horizon Forbidden West, will be released for the PlayStation 5. This is my number 7 on the list. Number 5 on my list is God of War. God of War is another action-adventure game developed by Santa Monica Studio and published by Sony Interactive Entertainment. It was released on 20th April 2018. Unlike previous games, which were loosely based on Greek mythology, this installment is rooted in Norse mythology, with the majority of it set in ancient Norway in the realm of Midgard. Join Kratos and his son Atreus as they battle against beasts, monsters, and gods through the 9 realms of Midgard. God of War was awarded Game of the Year by numerous media outlets and award shows. This game performed well commercially, selling over 5 million copies within a month of its release and over 10 million by May 2019, making it one of the best-selling PlayStation 4 games. It's never too late for you to grab a copy of God of War and enjoy. Shadow of the Tomb Raider is number 4 on my list. It's an action-adventure video game developed by Eidos Montreal and published by Square Enix. The game was released worldwide on 4th September 2018 for Microsoft Windows, PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. Rise of the Tomb Raider It follows Lara Croft as she ventures through the tropical regions of the Americas to the legendary city Paititi, battling the paramilitary organization Trinity and racing to stop a Mayan apocalypse she has unleashed. A Mac OS and Linux version of the game was released by Feral Interactive on 5th November 2019, followed by a Stadia release on 19th November 2019. Shadow of the Tomb Raider is an action-adventure game I loved and I enjoyed playing, and I urge everyone to get a copy. It's never too late. Number 3 on my list is Red Dead Redemption 2. It's an action-adventure game developed and published by Rockstar Games. The game is the third entry in the Red Dead series and is a prequel to the 2010 game Red Dead Redemption. The story is set in 1899 in a fictionalized representation of the Western, Midwestern, and Southern United States. You play as an outlaw Arthur Morgan, a member of the Vanderland gang. After a botched ferry heist in 1899, the Vanderland gang are forced to leave their substantial money stash and flee Blackwater. Realizing the progress of civilization is earning the time of outlaws, they decide to gain enough money and retire, and this begins the story of these outlaws in Red Dead 2. Guys, it's never too late to get a copy of Red Dead Redemption 2 and enjoy. This game is amazing. You'll come across characters like Micah Bell, Dutch Van der Linde, Hosea, Abigail, and John Marston, who is the hero in Red Dead Redemption. So guys, it's never too late. Quickly go to your PlayStation store and get a copy of Red Dead Redemption 2. Marvel Spider-Man is number 2 on my list, and it was released in September 2018. The game is developed by Insomniac Games and published by Sony Interactive Entertainment. The gameplay is presented from a third-person perspective with primary focus on Spider-Man traversal and combat abilities. Spider-Man was released for the PlayStation 4, and it received praises for its narrative characterization, combat, and web-swinging traversal mechanics. The first boss of the game, Fisk, bring the game to life, and from there you are so glued to the game. It's never too late to grab a copy of Marvel Spider-Man. Number 1 on my list is Days Gone, an action-adventure survival horror video game developed by SIE Bend Studio and published by Sony Interactive Entertainment exclusively for the PlayStation 4. Set in a post-apocalyptic Oregon 2 years after the start of a global pandemic, former outlaw turned drifter Deacon St. John's discovers the possibility of his wife Sarah still being alive, which leads Deacon on a quest to find her. The player controls Deacon St. John, a former US Army 10th Mountain Division Afghanistan war veteran, now turned an outlaw drifter and a bounty hunter who prefers life on the road to wilderness encampment. Guys, Days Gone is an amazing game. It's one of the best games to ever grace our consoles. I enjoyed it. Imagine riding a motorbike in a post-apocalyptic Oregon, chased by zombies and also military organizations. This game is amazing, man. Though it received worse critics, Days Gone is still an awesome game. Yeah, like I'm saying, despite mixed reviews, Days Gone was the best-selling physical game in the UK in the week of release. In Japan, Days Gone outsold 2 other PlayStation 4 exclusives at launch, that is God of War and Horizon Zero Dawn. Yeah, Informer gave the game 7.8 out of 10, saying Days Gone has a good gameplay foundation. Thanks guys, this is my top 8 action-adventure games within the past 5 years. Don't forget to give a like and subscribe to my channel, Gospito Gaming. Bye.